my cabinet colleague and guardian minister of Nagpur, Shri Chandrasekhar Bavalkoeji, the person who has always inspired me to practice ethical politics, Honorable Babuji Shri Banwarilal Purohit ji, Shri Vijay Fanshikar ji, Shri Subhash Dopajari ji, Asamari Shanolkar ji, all the dignitaries present here, head of the institutions, principals, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate the Knowledge magazine for completing 11 meaningful years. The way it has developed, disseminated, and loved by the people is something which we rarely see. In fact, I must say that Hitwada under Banwarilal ji has lived truly to the principles of Gopal Krishna Gokhale ji. Time changes, management changes, but the thoughts which were provocated and disseminated by Gopal Krishna Gokhale ji are more relevant today, and Hitwada even today is practicing the same, is what makes it unique. The idea of Knowledge magazine is really a very unique idea. We universalized education. Our aim was to educate all. Nobody should be left out. Every single child must get education. And we succeed. The rate of literacy increased. Almost all but few came into the net of education. But now is a time to reflect what we are imparting. Is it the real education? Is it the one we thought of? I think in the journey of universalizing education, we have left behind the principle of knowledge. Education is not information. Education is knowledge. It's not providing information or creating students who are well informed. It's all about disseminating the knowledge. And in our culture, we have often said, let the knowledge come from all sides. In our culture, we have believed that knowledge should not be stopped. Why do we have a tradition of lighting of a lamp? Because we say tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. What is tam? It's darkness. It's a darkness of ignorance. And the journey of life is from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. And unless we disseminate the knowledge, we will not be able to survive. What took us back? Why for so many years we were ruled by different people? It is because we stopped knowledge. We stopped the dissemination of knowledge. We made it a prerogative of handful few. An entire class of society was deprived of knowledge. That created a society where few were knowledgeable and risk not. And that, in fact, gave a way to all those who could rule on us. I think it's high time that we understand that knowledge is there to disseminate. Never stop the knowledge. Never keep it to yourself. By passing it, it enhances. And we have often seen that the things which we think, the ideas which are propagated by the thinkers, writers, even at times novelists, the biofuturologists, have become true because whatever we think is doable. It's only the innovators who really establish the link between what we think and what happens on the ground. Before the first satellite was launched, 100 years back, somebody wrote that there can be a satellite with all the principles of physics. A communication satellite can be established. The thinker thought, and the scientist could do it. And I think this is what the Knowledge magazine is exactly doing. We want our children to think scientifically. They must know science. They must know languages, but at the same time, if they do not know science, the knowledge-based society which we feel we want to convert ourselves into will be a distant dream. And today, in the era of information technology, where we are thinking of transforming into a knowledge-based society, the scientific thinking for every child is important. I think for past 11 years, the Knowledge magazine has contributed immensely into creating this scientific knowledge, quest for scientific knowledge amongst the students. And the right age at which he must or she must acquire the scientific knowledge, that age is captured by the Knowledge magazine. It is not just about creating a record. It's not just the uniqueness of Hitwala as a newspaper creating such a Knowledge magazine. It's about its utility, which all of you have experienced. And that is why I think so many people from the education fraternity are here. And today, the topic of discussion is about stopping the ill effects of technology. I think we must discriminate. We don't want to stop the technology. We want to stop the ill effects of the technology. Because if we try to stop the technology, we will be again stopping the knowledge. And by stopping knowledge, we will never become a knowledge-based society. I remember there was a time when the central government started the process of computerization. And one of the chief ministers then sarcastically said, कंप्यूटर क्या अनाज भी बनाएगा, कंप्यूटर से क्या खेती उगेगी. But now, if we look at the most successful nation in agriculture, Israel, with no proper soil, with no water, it has progressed into agriculture and has become an iconic nation. If you go and see there, the entire agriculture is based on information technology, on the modules, and the computer is really doing all the work. The computer अनाज उगा रहा है. So I think we should never stop the knowledge. Today when I see the students from College of Engineering Pune, all the young students of second year, third year and fourth year coming together and launching a communication satellite. Look in which era we are. It is only what type of knowledge we allow our students to reach. The filter needs to be there. We need to educate them. What is good knowledge and what is bad? What is good and what is evil? I think even today, as rightly said by Panchikarji, on one hand, mobile has become the best mode of communication. Even in our government, we feel that the efficiency can be brought by bringing things online on a platform and finally into a handheld on a mobile. On this 15th of August, I'll be launching many government schemes on a digital platform, and by 2nd of October, all the services, 350 services which government and government institutions provide would be available digitally and also on a single app. And no one will have to go to a government office, because your handheld will be your office. This is the advantage of technology. But at the same time, what Mr. Panchikar has told is also true, that if we do not teach our students when to use mobile, how to use mobile, why to use mobile, and when not to use mobile, becomes a spoiler. They get addicted to it. I've seen small children playing games on a mobile and then getting addicted to it, not listening to their parents. Any knowledge, when we try to disseminate, it has its values, its ethos. Unless we disseminate them, there's always a chance that a boon transforms into a curse. And I think in today's deliberation, I look forward to see the strategies being made to stop the ill effects of technology, but at the same time promoting the use of technology for good, use of technology to transform the lives. And today, look how the world is changing. In the 20th century, the development meant a road to reach a village. I still remember our Honorable Prime Minister, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, when he launched Prime Minister Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, and he declared that the 6 lakh villages of India would be connected by a road. In his speech, he said that when we connect a village by a road, it's not just a connectivity, but through that road, the education and healthcare from the cities reach the village. And the farm produce of the village, the vegetables and the milk produced in a village reaches a city. It not only gives market to the village, it also provides services to the cities. So one road, when it is created between a city and a village, it actually transforms the entire economy. But in the 21st century, the things have changed. In 21st century, the definition of development is not a highway. It is a communication highway. The wired network, the cable, the fiber optic, when it reaches a village, it carries all the knowledge, it carries everything, every economic activity, and the power. Look at the power of this digital revolution. On 1st of May, I connected myself from my residence at Varsha in Mumbai to 5 of the Jila Parishad schools in 5 Gram Panchayats in Nagpur district. And I interacted directly with the students. And this digital revolution created so much of knowledge in them that it could bridge the gap between village and a city. What all education, what all knowledge was available in cities, the same knowledge through this wired network, this communication highway, went to the villages. And let me tell you, in 1 year, we could transform 11,000 schools and make it digital. And the result is, there was a time, and each one of us know, that the municipal schools or the Jila Parishad schools were being deserted. Nobody wanted their child to go to a Jila Parishad school. But the reverse trend started. And in this 11,000 schools, which are Marathi schools, which are not English medium schools, the parents brought back their children from the cities to the villages and took admission in these 11,000 schools. What parents want is knowledge. Infrastructure is important, but it's secondary. What knowledge we impart is more important. And technology has this ability to bridge the gap. Technology has the ability to equate, to equalize, to give a level playing field to every single person. And I think this aspect of technology, the goodness of it, must reach every child, and at the same time, we must create the ethos. We must create the etiquettes, the manners to use technology, because we always believe education is sanskar. It is shaping somebody, not just his physique, but his character. And once a character is shaped, he does not have to look back. Now is a time when we create a culture-based, ethic-based, technological knowledge, whereby nobody misuses a technology. The evils of technology are stopped and the goodness reaches every student. I congratulate Knowledge Magazine for organizing such an event at appropriate time, and I'm sure in future you will always guide students, make all the knowledge reach them, and contribute into making our society a knowledge-based society. Thank you. Jai Hind.